Hey y'all, welcome to Bushcraft Wednesday. I'm Gray Madden from Self-Reliance Publishing, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to tie a figure eight. Now a figure eight is kind of like a shotgun of bushcraft knots. It's one simple knot that has many different variations that cover the gamut for uses of knots. So if you learn how to tie a figure eight and then you learn all of the variants, you're going to basically have your bases covered as far as knots you're going to need to tie out in the field. So it's a good knot to learn to tie and be proficient with it. So let's go ahead and jump in and I'll show you how to tie it and show you some different variations and how to use them. So the basic figure eight knot is a stopper knot, and you do that by forming a bight in your cordage and then taking the working end, going around behind the standing end and coming back down through the loop that you formed, and that forms your figure eight. So again, you take your line, form a bight, go behind and back down to form your figure eight. Now that basic knot by itself is a stopping knot, much like an overhand knot. The advantage to the figure eight is it's easier to untie if you put a load on it and tighten it down. Now the second variation that I'm going to show you is called a figure eight on a bight. And that is simply, to tie that, you simply put a bight in your cordage and tie the knot in the same manner. So you're going to form a second bight and tie the knot by coming around and back down, so everything's just doubled up like the basic bowline. And then you're going to dress it down, making sure that the cordage runs parallel to each other and it dresses up nicely. And that puts a loop at the end of your line. Now if you want to tie that knot through something or around something, you can essentially do the same thing. It's just called a figure eight follow through. And so what you're going to do is tie a basic figure eight, leaving a decent sized tag end to work with, and you're going to leave your figure eight loose so that you can work with it. And you're going to come through whatever it is that you're tying around, in this case the loop and the scissors, and you're going to come up and retrace the cordage all the way around the knot. You're following the original knot all the way around, which is why it's called a figure eight follow through. Probably would have been beneficial for me to leave a little bit more on the tag end to work with, but we made it. And so now you've got what's essentially the same thing as that figure eight on a bight, but we were able to tie it through an object, which could be an anchor point of some sort. Now you can also use a figure eight to join two shorter lengths of cordage together. And to do that, you're tying it much in the same way as that figure eight follow through that I just showed you. You're going to tie a loose figure eight right here, and then you're going to take your other cordage and follow the tag end all the way through and around. So we're going to come up and then just follow that knot all the way through. And then dress it down, making sure that the rope runs parallel to each other all the way through. So that is a way that you can join two pieces of cordage together using that figure eight knot. The final variation that I want to show you is the figure eight slip. And you're going to start the knot like you're tying a basic figure eight. So you're going to form your bight, and then cross over and come back down. But instead of putting your tag end down through this loop that we formed, we're going to form a bite in the rope and stick the bite down into that loop. So now we've got our figure 8 knot tied that you can see here, and we've got a slip in there. So this tag end slides back and forth freely. And we can use this instead of a overhand slip knot for a trucker's hitch, or wherever you need a slip knot. So that's how to tie the figure 8 as well as some of its variations. It's a really useful knot out in the field, so it's a good knot to learn how to tie. I hope you found this video helpful. As always, I appreciate every like, every comment, and every subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.